Hello, Malibu. How y'all doing? How was your weekend? I'm trying to get comfortable in my chair. I scooted it up. I scooted it up too much. How y'all doing? Oh, let's move it. Move it. Move it. There we go. Hi, Laverne. Sip of my lemon water here. All right, Malibu, sit your butt down. There we go. Thank you. Hi, Cat. Let's see. I got little notes here and everywhere. Oh, been busy weekend. We're getting ready for Samantha's graduation this Friday. So, yeah, I had to buy an outfit. Well, I didn't have to. But, all right, Malibu, sit down, baby. Sit down. But I wanted to, buy an outfit for her graduation. So I did that, did some, errands and stuff. So getting ready for her Friday graduation. Hi, Amor Fabric, Selena. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. How you doing? I haven't seen you any pop-ups lately on sales or anything. Is your shop still open? I haven't seen it. Hi, Marilyn. Um, Barbara, Chicken Pot Pie Society, coming in singing. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I can't get comfortable in my chair this morning. I think I'm just not close enough to the computer. Um, Riri, good morning. Riri sent me something. Why do y'all see what Riri sent me? I'll show it here in a minute. So funny. I'm going to try to do something with it. I have a couple little projects to share. Well, I got lots of stuff. It's going to be like little projects all morning, along with our prompts and all the other stuff. So it's going to be a lot of different things today. Hi, View. Got my lemon water and my banana ready to stream. Might as well take a bite of my banana while I'm here. Keeps the voice going. Let's see. Um. Oh, okay. Your mom's in town. Okay. Oh, I get it. Enjoy her. Enjoy your mom. How's your daughter doing? Samantha graduates this Friday. Um, let's see. So yeah, hope everybody's had a good weekend. Hi, Janet. Good morning. Didn't talk to Janet since like Thursday or Friday. Hope everything's going okay. It looks like your weather's not been, stormy. I did write down a project to show you on Instagram. That was really cool. I have kind of a thing to do with it. I mean, a kind of a version I want to do with it, but I don't know if it'll work. I haven't tried it. Just in my head. The version of it's just in my head. So hi, Lisa. Let's see who else. Ellen. Thanks everybody for being here. Try to catch up. I try to say good morning to everybody. Let's see if I move this over just a tad. Will that make it makes my chat just a tiny bit bigger. Hi, Keeks. So hi to Missy. So yeah, good morning, everybody. Malibu. I got my spring flowers here. I got rid of the yellow and the bee stuff after my bee project was done. So now I got little flowers here. And yeah, I got two projects sitting right here. And then of course we got our prompts, and I'll show this again later too if Kathy comes in. I'm coming along on Jack. He's coming along. Still got a ways to go, but there's Jack so far. And trying to keep it away from Malibu. I don't want her on it. Hi, Falcon. So yeah, I got that going on. But mostly this weekend has just been getting ready for this coming weekend. And I don't know if Cameron's flying in on Thursday. I don't know if Denise is coming down here Thursday night to spend the night so we can all go together on Friday. So it's a little up. Some of it's a little bit up there. Thank goodness she wants to find something else to do. I love her to death, but she's a space hog. Oh, Tina's having okay, being later. Okay, thanks, Arlene. I appreciate that. So yeah, I like to say good morning. Hi, Shaz, to everybody coming in. I got a couple things. Let me just go ahead and say this right off the bat in case anybody comes in. Let me wait. Let me get some post-its cover up this address. But I got to show y'all this. I got a couple issues with some mail here. Let me cover this up. So first off, this one. This was returned to my post office box. Teresa Lilly, if you are watching, and I double checked the address, I don't know what the deal is, but it came back. I mailed it September 25th, and it just came back. September 25th. So I don't know what's going on there, but Teresa Lilly, if you want your happy mail, please message. I haven't seen her here lately, so I don't know. If you want your happy mail, message me, email me, let me know somehow. You know, if you're at Janet's or I know, right? Exactly, Riri. Exactly. So yeah, so there's that. Then also our text Jana or Jana Jana. I don't have your address. I looked and looked and looked. I have the Texas text, and I don't know the other text, but I don't have Jana text. So I don't have your address. So those two, Teresa Lilly and Jana text with her name, her real name's Jana. I need y'all's address if you want your happy mail. So there's that taken care of. I know exactly, Janet. I know, right, Selena? So anyway, all right. So I got my little lists here, and I got something to show Janet, but I got to wait on that one. Okay, so let's see what else we got. I got some couple pictures to show, and a couple things. Let me go ahead and do my phone hack thing that Cameron told me about. This right here, I'm not sure what exactly it's for. But it turns down the brightness, so when I show pictures on camera, it helps. So that was Cameron's little hack. And he'll be here on Thursday, by the way. He'll be here, I think, for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think he'll be here about 5 days. Of course, he's going to be hanging out with his friends and Samantha, not me. But he'll be here for his sister's graduation. That's what he's coming in for. Okay, so let me see. Let me see here what pictures. Okay, let's see which one should I go to first. Let's go to photos here. And Samantha sent me pictures of her display. It's four big windows. Well, let me show you her first so you can see how big these displays are. So she has 4 displays that she did. There she is. She's so tiny, 5 foot, but she did all these displays on I don't know if I can read them with the tiny, tiny print, but she did all 4 of those displays at her museum on campus. And okay, so this one was called, I can't read the fine print, but this one was called Sketching the Culture. So, yeah, Sketching the Culture. That's this one. Okay. Then the next one was Sitcoms as Social Mirrors. Okay, these are all, she did all these displays here. This was her project. So, Sitcoms as Social Mirrors. Then the next one was Fake News. We can all relate to that, regardless. So she did the fake news one. And then what's the other one? Oh, that one might just be, let me see. Is it the same one? Yeah, that's just, she did 3. She's just standing in front of that one. She's standing in front of that one. Let me go over there. There she is. So yeah, she did those displays. So proud of her. And then Logan, Oh, well, while we're sitting here in pictures, let me show you. I showed y'all that I had, picked a couple of peppers, actually 3. So this weekend, believe it or not, I did actually cook. I actually cooked stuffed peppers. Hubster made a pork roast, and I made the stuffed peppers. So yeah, I was really proud of myself for actually cooking my garden this weekend. All right, and then let's see, is it under here? Is it under Annie's? Let me think. It might be under Annie's messages. Let me go over there. I got a little video that Logan had done. Okay, here. This is. I think is this a snake? Yeah. Okay, so from his school. Now I don't have the link, and I'm probably not going to play much of it because it's going to be. It's on YouTube. So hang on. Let me see if I can make this bigger. I'm just going to go to YouTube. Let me. Okay, pause that. If y'all want to look up, maybe Kat can find it. VTV live. Let's see. I can't make that bigger. VTV live show. This is his school, and it's on YouTube. But it does have some music. I don't know that I can't really play the music. But let's see what I can show here. So here's one of his uh, videos spots. Let me see if it's going to start out though. Let's see. It might start out with. It's probably going to do the Pledge of Allegiance first. Hang on. Let's see. Or it might. Let's see. Yeah, let's pass that up. Okay, so it's and it's public. I mean, So there's his. Some of the announcers. There's Logan there. Okay, let me back it up just a minute.
To some more news. Here are your announcements, Vikings. Our final open library night AP season is this Wednesday. Make sure to come.
I know y'all don't probably want to care about their library opening, but let me see. So he went and he interviewed a snake wrangler. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn down the music, but I'll scrub through it. But he went and interviewed a snake handler for his school. And I'm just going to kind of scrub through there. So, and Logan is scared of snakes, but he soldiers on. He soldiered on and held the snake. I'm scrubbing through. So, if y'all want to go see the whole thing, let's see. There he goes. There he is holding the snake. So anyway, it was really cute, and I just like shouting them out. Hi Rainbow, hi Flo. Who else is here? So they are hard workers. I gotta say, all the grands are hard workers. I'm surprised that Cameron this is his 3rd year at Yellowstone, and I'm surprised, but he's a trainer he's training this year, he's training others this year, being his 3rd year there. But they let him, I guess maybe he told them right up the bat, look, my sister's graduating on this certain day, and man, I got to be there, and they let him. So yeah. Let's see. Belinda, Yvonne. All right, so let me check things off my list here because I wrote things down to tell y'all. Got Logan's and I even wrote down my veggies. Oh, and today, even though I didn't post it because I've posted this for the last 4 or 5 years, maybe 4 years, ever since I started doing the Barbie photography. So I said I'm not going to do it again this year, but today is, and this is let me see if I can crop it down. Well, I'll just leave it. Anyway, today is May the 4th, so May the 4th be with you. There's my Obi-Wan Kenobi. I didn't post it this year. If you want to see it close up, go to last year. May the 4th be with you. So yeah, there's my little Grogu and my Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I did a little bit of Procreate Photoshop with my Ken. So I dressed up a Ken doll, did his beard and all that. And there's my little Yoda or Grogu, whichever one. I did see the previews for for the Mandalorian. Anyway, so yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi. So may the fourth be with you. All right. And then the years before that, I always posted this one. Um, was from way back because I did this one 2015. So I had drawn this Yoda there. I drew him in color pencil. And yeah, and he's posted too on back since 2015 is when I posted him on IG. Hi, Ann Makes. Who else am I missing? Let's see. Thanks everybody for being here. Hi. Did I say hi to you, Falcon? Let's see. Who else? Okay, if I missed you, I didn't mean to. Put it in caps. Hi, Asa. Hope you're feeling better. Put in caps if you're talking to me so I know, so I see it pop up in my chat a little better. All right, so I was going to show you all that. So I think I said all that so I can throw that one away. All right, so, and I did show y'all how far I've come on Jack. Got Jack. He's coming along. I got more detail to do, but he's coming along. He's got his base coat of acrylic paint and a base coat of pan pastel, and now I have to go in there with pencil and add more detail. So I'm probably gonna have to move that from over there. Let's see. Where can I don't have a good place to put him. I'll set it there for now. Okay. All right. So I showed that. Let's see, what else do I have here? All right, let me show y'all a couple of things that I'm working on and got in mail. I showed the mail issue. I had a ding dong on my front porch, and I thought Amazon doesn't usually ding. But there was a guy standing out there holding this giant pad of paper. And he goes, "Are you Dee Dee?" I went, "Yeah." He goes, "This is yours." And I went, "Are you from Amazon?" Because that usually doesn't happen, right? And he goes, "No, I'm from Walmart." Never had just a direct Walmart delivery, but Riri sent me this. So I have a couple projects to do with this. And so I'm going to pull out. Let me just see. Oh, wait, I got to cut the sides here. Hang on. Let me cut the little, plastic things holding it, closing it. Let's do that. Okay. Let's move that. Okay, there's one. Let's do this other side here. So thank you, Riri. I don't know. She had plans for me to do something with it, but I'm going to show y'all a couple things. All right, now Malibu, you're probably going to have to get down because, yeah, you're going to be in my way. All right, so yeah, it's 22 by 28. Of course, I'm going to also do my giant, collage posters on it. But it has 15 sheets. It's a good weight. It's about I don't know. I'd say I was going to say 60, but I don't know. 55.8, I think is what it is. So close to 60. So I'm going to pull 2 sheets out because I got 2 things to show y'all what I want to do. I'll see if we can do them right. And all right, Malibu, it's going to have to be on your head for a minute. Let's see if I can. Uh-oh, I'm going to tear it. Okay, that's not going to work. All right, I'm going to have to, hang on, guys. I got to get on the floor to do this because I can't get this big pad open all the way here. Hang on. I'm going to have to get my knife. Just a minute. Let me cut out a couple sheets. Okay. All right, we'll do it. Nope. Hang on, guys. I tore that one too. Let me start from the back where I can get a good cut. All right, here we go. All right, hang on. I'm trying to just cut the whole pad down here. Okay. That should work. Well, it still didn't work. Oh, well. It's not going to be very neat, but I got one project, doesn't matter if it is neat or not. The other one really needs to be kind of squared up, but let's see. Hang on, guys. It's down here on the floor for a minute. Ah, there we go. Now we're talking. All right. Let's put this over here with the portfolios. Ugh. All right. Okay. All right, I got them ready here. I'm going to wait on these two projects in a minute. I'm going to tell you all everything we're going to do the prompts and everything. Then, because this is a big, big. So let's just wait on this for a minute. Okay. But I got them ready. All right, Malibu, I tell you, you're something else. I won't stand up there. Let's see if I can put them right here. If I put them flat on the floor, Malibu will be the first one to go traipsing across them. Okay. So then, y'all saw last week, I think I showed this one finished and posted on IG. The color book. I'm going to do a whole bunch of just catch up, stuff like that today, guys. So let's see. Maybe I can zoom in. Where's my mouse? Hang on. Let's zoom in a little bit. Sorry, Malibu. We're going to lose a little bit of you there. Okay, now let's see. Okay. So last week I showed how, and I've, have a whole sketchbook, journals and sketchbooks and stuff, having done this some time ago. But I said, let's just do it again because now I have my collage soup books, which Malibu's guarding here. I have my collage soups, especially with nice backgrounds. So let's do some other projects with our collage soup books. Now, first, let me make sure I'm not missing anybody in chat. I said I'm Mama Thor. Let's see. Scrolling. If I missed you, just put it in caps again. So we finished this one last week, and I mounted it on a black cardstock, and so you can see the stickles and the liquid pearls dried here. And so it's a collage soup background, and then it's a Lana Green color book page, and cut her out and put her on a background. Well, I have journals full of these kind of things, but it's been some years since we've done this kind of project. So I said, well, let's do it again because now we have some cool collage soup backgrounds to use, right? So there's that one, and she's posted on IG. These other two are not posted on IG. This one, I could do a little bit more shading and stuff on her, but she was like my prototype one for the collage soup backgrounds, and then cut out a bunch of collage soup flowers but again, Lana Green color book pages, and then I cut it down and put it on black cardstock. And I did send out, let's see who won them last week. Raul won one, and I forget. Anyway, they're mailed out for y'all to do, whoever won them last week. And then today I'm going to do some little zine things and send y'all out some zine things to work on. Okay. Thank you, Asa. And then here's the other one. This one, I've not done her hair. I'm going to do her hair black, adding black and white. Why is this itchy me on my bracelet there? Okay, there we go. So I've not done her, shaded her skin, her black. I haven't done really much anything on her yet. But I did go ahead and put her on a collage soup background, did a painted background, did some waterfall. I'll do some more stuff down here. Added some, I'm going to add my watch hands and stuff, but I really want to finish her up. So with black and white in her hair. But so there's that one. So again, just mixing collage and your color books. So yeah. I didn't pull my journals with all those in there, the old ones. Okay. So there's that. Let me check things off here because I got a whole long list. Oh, that's this. Okay, I got something for the man, and that to showed to him along to show that. I mean, I have like 20 things on my list. Okay, so we're going to do this here in a minute, but let's go ahead and do our prompts and our book of unusual knowledge before we continue on for anything else, so I don't forget to do this. Okay. Thank you, Debbie, and good morning. All right. So today, if y'all can believe it, is May the 4th be with you. And we're going to pull our 5 prompts. Then we'll read out of the Book of Unusual. I have not picked a topic out of it yet, but we've been going kind of with food the last couple of weeks. All right, so let's just keep mixing it up. And y'all are going to say, oh my gosh, she did not buy more prompt books. I got some more prompt books. Oh my gosh. So I don't have to find the her YouTube channel because I don't know what it is right off the top of my head. I should have wrote that down. I wrote everything else down. All right, so let's just dig in here. And 5 off the top. Okay, here we go. Sundial, bike, squares. Hi, Lucia. Anybody else I missed? Any letter. And green. All right, so there's our 5 prompts. Sundial, bike, squares. What do you think, Terry? Any letter. And green. Okay, let me hold that up. Here we go. You like them? Good. Okay. Terry does them all the time, so I'm always happy when she likes them. So, hey, Devin, are you back home now? So there we go. There's our prompts for the week. Let me put that over here in my little prompt list place over there. Okay. Are you back? Are you home now, Devin? It seems like you just left. Good. We're glad you're back, safe and sound. Devin went to the Netherlands and Portugal, and I'm not sure where else. I tried to kind of follow her on Facebook, her adventures. Did I say hi to you, Laverne? Let's see. So now let me go ahead and look at the Book of Unusual Knowledge. I don't know. She hadn't said if she's back. Okay. Well, I'll just wait and see. All right. So let's see here. There's a little bit of a lag, and I can't just ask a question and wait 5 minutes. So Devin, if you want to announce when you're going to stream, just put it in there. Okay. Let's see. Food festivals. Let's see. Let's go the other way. We did the food origin, fast food facts. Okay, let's do fast food facts. Okay, Malibu, can I stream Malibu? I'm gonna have to put you down before I am. Okay, fast food facts. We'll do that, and the next week we'll do something besides food. All right, so fast food facts. I just think this book's so fun. And so Laverne sent it to us. It's 2000. Oh, good. She's going away. 2012. Oh, and by the way, speaking of the cats, last week somebody asked, somebody asked how old the cats were. And I thought they were 12. Hubster corrected me. They are 10. So they are 10 years old, not 12 years old. I do not keep track of time well. Okay, 15. I know I've been streaming 16 years. All right, 15 fast food facts. Okay, for better or worse, Americans love fast food. Here are some bite-sized facts on the supersized industry. Now, remember, this is a 10-year-old book, so some of the stats and stuff are going to be different. Oh, you're streaming Wednesday. Okay, 1 p.m. Eastern. Oh, okay. How come you changing your time again? Are you moving to 1? I thought you'd gone to 3. I don't know. Okay, she's going to be on at 1 Eastern, guys. Sorry, I can't keep up with everybody. All right. French fries weren't introduced at McDonald's until 1949. Until then, potato chips were the chain's side dish of choice. Burger King claims that there are 221,184 possible ways its Whopper hamburger can be ordered. Taco Bell comes from a family name. Glenn Bell started working on the chain in the late 1940s in San Bernardino, California, the same city where McDonald's was born. His first venture into was a hot dog stand called Bell's Drive-In. In the early 1950s, he started adding Mexican items to the menu, eventually opening a secondary restaurant called Taco Tia. The first annual Taco Bell opened the first actual Taco Bell opened in 1962. Glenn Bell stepped down as I'm glad he didn't strip down. He stepped down as chairman in 1975, and PepsiCo Inc. bought the chain 3 years later. Perhaps this is number 5. Perhaps the most recognizable fast food icon, Ronald McDonald, first appeared in 1966 when Mickey D aired the first television commercial. The Hamburglar, Grimace, and Mayor McCheese joined him 5 years later. Let's see. Auntie. Who else is here? So, hi to Belinda. Griffin. Okay. Wendy's joined the fast food mix in 1969 when founder Dave Thomas opened his first restaurant in Columbus, Ohio. By 1976, there were 500 Wendy's locations sprinkled across the country. The number doubled to 1,000 by 1978. Wendy's was named for Dave Thomas's daughter, Melinda Lou Wendy Thomas. Arby's entered the restaurant biz in 1964. The first location opened in Boardman, Ohio, and featured the roast beef sandwiches that are still the chain's signature item. Is this interesting to y'all? I love trivia facts. Okay, let's see. We got a little. Malibu jumped down, took the light with her. So let's brighten it up just a little. There we go. Tina made it. Hey, Tina. Okay, I'm glad you made it. All right. The name Arby's actually represents the initials R and B. The letters stand for Raffle Brothers, in homage to founders Leroy and Forrest Raffel, Raffel. Although the company says that many suspect it also may stand for roast beef. McDonald's has its own university of sorts. Hamburger University opened in 1961. Graduates receive Bachelor of Hamburgerology degrees, which were sure are incredibly impressive on the resume. More than 5,000 employees attended the school each year. Of course, now I don't even know if that's still around. This was, 2015 and all before the virus. A lot of things went away then, Feeling the need to adapt to the variety of items offered by competitors, McDonald's altered its menu for the first time in 1963, adding the fish fillet, followed by such famous additions as the Big Mac and apple pie. KFC's iconic founder, Colonel Sanders, was never in the military. The company claims that Kentucky Governor Ruby Laffoon named Harlan Sanders an honorary colonel in recognition of his contributions to the state's cuisine. The double $6 burger at Carl's Jr. is the unhealthiest hamburger option in America, according to an analysis by Men's Health magazine. It packs a whopping 1,520 calories and 111 grams of fat. Again, this is 2015. Things could have changed. Chipotle's Mexican grilled chicken burrito takes the prize for unhealthiest Mexican entree. Men's Health says one of these will put 1,179 calories into your body. And the last one, according to the book, Eat This, Not That, Chick-fil-A is the healthiest overall fast food chain. Subway, Jamba Juice, and Au Bon Pain, never heard of that, also rank high on the list. So there we go. Thank you, Laverne. It's always fun to read out of that book. Let me move my Jack. He's in progress, but we're getting there. I want to move him out of the way. Okay. And don't forget Teresa Lilly and Tex Jana, Jana. If y'all come in or hear this video, I need y'all's addresses because Teresa's came back to me. I mailed it in September. So, good grief. All right. Me too. Love me some Chick-fil-A, Laverne. I go there at least twice, maybe 3 times a week for either breakfast or lunch, but that's because it's like a mile down the street. Okay, so let's see. I got some little projects going on here. Let's see. I think I'll wait on that for a minute because, and I'm going to show you. Here's what I'm gonna. Hubster would be going. I'm making these little zines out of the world is my canvas papers, and so I'm gonna fold a couple and give some away today. So here's what I'm working on, because one of the nice things I like about, here's a good reason to have a double-sided paper, right? These are double-sided papers, is now you can make a double-sided zine. You just have to unfold it, flip it over, and you got 2 zines. But this is the front, and I just started these, so, let's see, got my bookmark on Friday, snail mail to Canada. When was it mailed, Yvonne? Do you remember? Because, I mail so much stuff, guys. I cannot remember when I mail y'all stuff. I really can't. Thank you, Kat. Kat put a link into this book here. Okay, so here's where I just started. I just started with a couple little things here. It goes this way. This is how I put. No, that was right. I had it right. That was right. This way. I haven't done anything on the cover. Then I put this in here. I put the little mountains, the watch, and I'll put watch hands and a little planet there. And then I did this double page spread with the little UFO scene and moon. I put the moon over here. And that's all I've added in here. Oh no, I did this little hill here and this eye with a star. Got these stars here. I thought we got to use these. We need to use these silver stars. So 3 weeks. Okay. And so there we go. Put a little star in her eye. And that's all I've got on here. And there's the back. So, but the thing is now I can open it, flip it, because I'll show you how to do this. Flip it over the other way, and have a whole, whoops, hang on. Have a whole nother zine on the other side. So it could be like a double-sided zine, which I think, isn't that cool? So just open it back up, flip it back over, and so there we go. So we're going to fold one of these and do something with this today. It's just a double side. I'll show you. I'll refold one, Tina, so you're not confused. Yes, it's a zine starter, Devin. So I thought I'd give a couple of these away. So here's another one that I've cut and folded. See, just like that. But when I open it up and flip it over and just do the opposite, just flip it over and refold the folds like this. Then you have this side is another zine. So it's like a double-sided zine. It's not too confusing, Tina. You're kidding? Okay. So yeah, so I'm going to cut out I'll do 4. So 2 US and 2 international. And I'll fold them up, put them in a little envelope. I'll fold them up for y'all. And then y'all have to do whatever on them, right? Then you can also do these little ones like this that are all like it's one big long. And I've done these in the size of that paper Riri gave me. I've done these in the size of the paper Riri sent me. So it's just like this. Okay. and they're all folded up and then cut on this side, and this side, and then you just accordion fold it all up. That's all there is to this. And it's the same thing. It's double-sided because the paper is double-sided, right? So then you can do a little one like this, double-sided. Then I'm working on I want to do a new disc, and I have an idea. I just cut out a whole bunch of planets and some watches and things. And what I want to do here, well, I'll wait on this because once I lay it out, I don't want to have to relay it out. So, and I got a bunch of watches here. There's a glue paper and my planets, and I probably still have to cut some more out. But these little mountains, these are in this little piece of jelly-plated paper. Mountain, jelly-plated paper. These are all pieces that I'm using in these zines. So that goes over here. And then all this are the project, not the star. I think the stars, I don't know that I'll use the stars on here. But anyway, so I got a project here. I want to do a big gold star in the background and then do a spiral of planets. And of course, I'll put white, I can use gold or white, splatter of stars, a gold edge, and it'll be a big spiral of planets. So I started cutting some out. So we'll work on this here in a little bit. And yeah, and then watch parts. So there's all that. So I'm going to set that aside for a minute. Okay. Y'all still with the tour? Thank you, Tina. All right. So then the only books that I have to share today, I think, and I know y'all are going to go, oh my gosh, you got more prompt books? You don't need any more prompt. I know I don't need any prompt books, but I'm going to do all these mixed media collage ones as opposed to the other one that has, color and, this. And it's more products specific. These are not product specific. And let me see if I can find her name. Hang on. Starts with an S. And she's on YouTube and Instagram, I think. I think she's on, yeah, maybe I could find her easier on Instagram. Let me go to my followers here. Let's go there. Follow. No, let's go to following. See if she pops up at the top. Yes. All right, it's S-A Shanuki Art. Let me just spell it. And she's on YouTube. And Kat can find her on YouTube. SHANOUKIART. Okay. Shanuki Art. Okay. And her name is, well, she has it here somewhere. Shauna. Shauna is what she does there. So, and these are her books. I think she has some other books too. I think these are the 3 prompt books. You have one of these, the blue one, Terry? Okay. So I'm not the only one sucked into more prompts. Hi, Ivy. What? Arlene. Oh my gosh. Let me get one. Good one, Arlene. And Arlene's been doing some beautiful cards. If you don't follow Arlene on Instagram, y'all need to. Thank you, Kat. There's her YouTube. So anyway, she's been doing a May one thing a day in May. I forget what the name of the challenge is. I'm not doing the challenge, but it's do something every day in May. And she's been using, which book is she using? I'm not sure if she's using 1 or 3. She's using one of her books for her prompt challenge. So if y'all go follow her, she's doing something every day. I'm a soft touch when it comes to books. Jerry, yeah, you don't have to tell me, girl. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Tina and Kat both put the link in. So they're very simple, but you can make them as complex as you want. I was telling Jana, you can up the game, as much as you want. You can collage, mix media, draw, a combo, do all of them in here. So I'm going to do a little bit of flip through. They're very simple. I'm telling you, they're very simple. I mean, I could do the same thing with my bowl, but I wanted to do somebody else's prompts. Okay, so she has a little intro thing here about the book and lots of possibilities and how to use the book and prompts. Use only magazines. Contrast. Add some stripes. I'm not going to show them all, but I'll kind of flip through. Shoot for the stars. Make it dark. Oh, asemic writing. I had to go, agemic, right? Asemic writing, where you just make up writing. In the garden. Candyland. Paper salad. So you see, you get the idea. Splash. And so I'm not sure how many pages are in here. They're not numbered, but there's just one per double page spread. Black and white. Make it cold. So you can kind of see, I'm just kind of flipping through. And they're $10 each. There's quite a bit of promptage in these for $10, right? And I know they're Amazon printed, so that's just don't me. It's got the paper, whatever. Only paper scraps, add tissue paper, pretty napkin. So there's that. Maybe I should count the page. You want me to count the pages? It doesn't say how many there are. Let's see if I can do it kind of quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It probably says on Amazon 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. It looks like there's 50 prompts. Okay. But that's 100 pages if you want to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, 50 prompts. Okay. Then book 2. Oh, thanks. There's Kat's putting in the prompt book there. Thank you. Thanks. And there's her IG there. Okay. She popped up in my mixed media sidebar because she's doing a prompt every day in May, and so it's being promoted, so it was on the sidebar. Okay, so here's number 2. Same thing, same intro. It's just all different prompts, right? Make it light, calm, masking tape, crisscross. I'm skipping through bold words. Sunshine, whimsical, steampunk, postage stamp, stamping, stencil, paper doll, muddy puddles, playing card, newspaper. You can kind of see. I'm just kind of flipping through here. So that's number 2, and here's number 3. Same thing, just different prompts. Poem, door, specimen, wonky house, small things, surprise. I'll just flip and y'all can read. So I just thought it'd be fun to play with these little books. Just, something like this when you think, well, I don't ever have a time really where I say I don't know what to do, but because I always got something to do. But these would be fun, and just shout her out since she's doing a monthly prompt thing. If y'all want to do her monthly May prompts, then you don't have to buy the books to do it. She's doing it out of her book, but you can do it in any kind of journal, composition book, sketchbook, whatever you want to do it in. Hi, did I say how to you, Lucretia? Hi, Christina. Her ATC challenges are on Facebook. Okay, see, I don't follow her on Facebook. So, but there, Christina's saying most of my art is YouTube and IG. Okay, so there we go. So that's those 3 little books. I'm going to take a quick BRB. Then I'll do, what do I want to do next? Then I'll show you another thing I found on IG that I thought, I don't know if Janet would like it or not, but it just reminded me something that Janet might like. All right, let me do a BRB. I'll be right back. Let me see. Oliver, I mean, Malibu's not in here. Okay. Okay. And the thing about, let me see if I can go ahead and find her. There's a planet on the floor. If I can find her on IG, because then you'll see what she's doing and then we can shout her out. Hang on. I try to save everything to show y'all, but sometimes I go, where did I save that? You know what I mean? Okay. Let's move those books right there. All right. Marsh just popped up in my feed there. He's doing some Star Wars for May the 4th be with you. Y'all know our Marsh. So let me give him a like there. Okay, so let me see if I can go to my photos, because I think I took a snap of it so I could remember her name. Hang on. This one's going to be a little more complex to try to explain. But if I show you one of her videos, okay, I'm going to go find her, but let me go ahead and read off her IG for whoever wants to look it up. Okay. Her name is, and I don't know if she's Chinese, Japanese. I think she's Japanese. Okay. Her name is AKIN A. All right, let me start over. AKINANISHIO _art. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. AKINANISHIO _art. Let me see if I can. That's her name on IG, and I know that my camera's glaring in there. And I want to go over there and let me show you what I saw her doing. It just popped up in my, you get these recommendations if you'll. Marsh is really on it this morning. Okay, so let me go search her out. AK. There she is. Okay. So there she is there. Okay. And let me show you what I saw her doing. Let's see. Maybe she crumples up paper. There's one. Let me see. Here we go. She crumples up paper. Now, I don't know if I'm going to pick one that shows her actually crumpling the paper, but let's see. Let's see if this one. All right. She's not showing the crumpling of the paper. But what she does, y'all have to go over there and look at her. She crumples up paper. And then she does little sections of the crumpled up paper, and a lot of it, it's not exactly Zentangle, but it reminded me of Zentangle, and it reminded me of Janet. So let's see. I'm trying to find one. There she, oh no, it's crumpled. Oh, okay, here she goes. Let's see if I can start that one over. Here we go. So she crumples up paper, and then she does different little sections. Y'all see she's doing this one with gold. Sorry for the camera reflecting. But I thought that would be cool. Now, you don't have to do it big as she's doing it. And I haven't even tried this. This is why I pulled one of, what do you call it, papers here. Now, let me get the one that doesn't have the perfect edge, because she tears off the edges. Okay. So you could take a big piece of paper. And wrinkle it up. And she tears the edges, so if it gets a little torn or anything on the edges, that's okay. Oh, so she does this. Let's do a little more. And I don't know that Janet would try this, but I could see Janet doing her Zentangles in each little section. But you don't have to use this ginormous paper. You can just use a, 8.5 by 11, right? Okay. But now you have all these different little and I think I would want to even make it more wrinkled. Let's wrinkle it up a lot. You would do this? Okay. Well, you could get a smaller piece of paper and do it. So look at her. Look at, and I can't pronounce her name. You know. All right. So look, now we got all these different little hills and valleys. Now I'm just going to take a gold pen because it'll be probably show up well. Let's see. Where's my gold marker? Do I have it right here? Where's my gold marker? Come on, where are you? I know you got. This, as you can see, here we go. Let's see if this one's working. Oh, it's not. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, this one's working. All right. You followed her? Okay. But look, I would think you could do something like this and just go over find all the hills and valleys like this. And then when you flattened it out, of course, I think she leaves hers kind of bumpy and lumpy. I think. I mean, again, I just found her, and that's why I share all these things with you as I find them. Okay, so I'm going over all the little hills and little valleys. But I could so see Janet doing this with her Zentangle. Okay, now might think I might do some things with like little collage vignettes or something in there. All right, so you get the point, right? You get the idea. I'm kind of just distinguishing each little section. And you could do the whole sheet. And again, it doesn't have to be this big of a paper. I just think it would be cool to do this big of a paper, especially if you're going to do something collagey, right? Y'all still with the tour? Hi, Desert Nails. Flo. Hi, Flo. You could do this? Yeah. So if you follow her, don't leave the channel, right? Just go follow her and come right back. Go there later. But I'm thinking then you could take different, where's my section? Where's my little mountain? Well, here's one little section of mountains or hills. And then you could do individual little collage things in each section. You know what I mean? Look. And make make little worlds in each one. Or you can do Zentangle, or you could do both. Or you could sketch in there and do collage, make it a whole mixed media thing. Let's see, what else do I have sitting over here? Don't have a lot over here. Oh, here's another piece of something. All right, here's a tree. We can put the tree over there. You see, you get what I'm going? Yeah, this is a mountain, but this looks like a mountain too. So you could do that, or like Janet, like I said, Janet does Zentangle. I don't do Zentangle, but if you do Zentangle, you could do Zentangle, or you could just do dots, dashes, stripes, different shapes. But go look at hers for big lots of examples. But I just wanted to share that with y'all because she popped up on my IG and go, this is cool. And you could do you could do like a flower garden, and each section have a different, and you could draw them, cut them, color them, use you could do your acrylic markers and just do you could do a little flower garden in each section. You could do that, and then do, you could do more stuff in there. But you could fill out every little space. And I just like the way it looks crumply. When it's crumpled, I just like the way it looks. And again, I think doing a Zentangling on this with a gold outline would be so cute, right? Okay, so there we go. There's one of Riri's sheets of paper. Now with the other one, I'm going to make a giant zine. Okay, so I'm going to just fold this, and you can do it. I'm just going to make a simple one. All right, so this is the same with all the zines, okay? That what we got here, the simple zine, the simple one cut zine, all right? So fold it in half like that, and then you can fold it this way, We'll do it like this here. Line it up, and it's best to have your bone folder out too. Okay. Start in the middle and work out. Okay. Let's turn it around. Go to the middle. We've made these before. It's been a while. Okay. Then we're going to open it up and fold it the other way. Again, make sure that your points are lined up. Go down to the middle. And this way and this way. And then fold to the middle. Turn around. Fold to the middle. Okay. All right. I think I'll do this one. We'll do a what do you call it? Accordion one. Okay, because it'll be easier for me to show you. Because I'm going to make a few of the other style. I'm going to do a few of the other style for giveaways. Okay. All right. So now just take. All right. So you see where all the lines are here. And this is the best I can do because I'm so zoomed. You know, or this is as zoomed out as I can get. I think. Well, maybe I can zoom out one more. Let me see. Let me see if I can zoom out one. Ah, I can. There we go. All right. So now I'm just going to cut. Okay. And you really want to take your time with the cutting because that's going to matter when you go to fold it. Okay. Okay. So there's that one. And then you're going to do that middle one. And then this other side here. These zine folds are everywhere. I just found a new guy on IG doing more zine folds. I don't have his name written down, so I can't help you on that one today. If I find him next time, I'll write him down. Okay, so you do those two, and spin it around, and do the middle here. So you kind of got a giant W or a giant M, whichever way you want to look at it. The first time I saw this technique done was, what was her name? Not Tracy. Tracy's her husband. Tisha Moore. Tisha Moore does this with watercolor paper. And it's probably been, it was before I started streaming that I found Tisha Moore. So probably, you know, at least 16, 17 years ago when I saw Tisha Moore do this on watercolor paper. But anyway, because Riri sent me this giant paper, I said, let me do a giant one because Riri sent me this paper. That was so funny. All right, so now all you do is just do accordion fold all the way. When you get to here, you just keep folding. Just keep folding all the way around. So, yeah. And Tisha Moore, I think, is still kind of around. She's not as much around as she used to be years and years ago. But there we go. So you just continuously do an accordion fold. And, yeah, like this, and this. And so you can see how it matters if you cut them neatly. Okay, so you have a whole book here. And it goes both ways. So that you can just make your little book out of a piece of that paper. It's a 60-pound or thereabouts. Okay, so now I want to do some of the, sorry, I got lemon water hiccups. All right, so let's put that down there. And I'm going to cut out 4 because I'm going to give 2 US, 2 internationals. And then I'm going to work on this and maybe on this. So we'll see. All right. So here's some of the ones that I had cut out for the color book girls. Maybe I should, well, no, y'all just saw that not too long ago. I don't like to pull the same journals out too often. You like that, Riri? Riri, would you, Riri? All right. Riri, would you like one of these? I'll send you this one. Riri gave me the big paper, so we'll send this to Riri. Okay, so Riri, I'll send you this little book. You have to make it something with it on your own. But that's like a, I don't know. I call it the Tisha Moore fold because that's the first person I saw do it. Okay, so now let's let's go ahead and pick something cool that's going to look good on both sides. Like this wouldn't look good on both sides, or that, We want something like this and that. Okay, that would be good. Now I'm going to just end up cutting these out. So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, so that's a good one. Sometimes faces like this works because it's on the edge. Right in the middle, you're going to have her all chopped up. So I don't want to do that. Let's see here. Maybe this one. That one might work. Okay, there's two. Don't really want scenes so much. Want to kind of abstract something. That one's not very colorful. See, that won't really work well. This might work. Something like this would work. That way, well, we'll try it with the girl on the back. And then you just, make your own little zine with whatever you want to, make sure that's, still didn't cut it well. There we go. There we go. All right, one more. Let's see. Trying to find something kind of colorful. Foresty, maybe. Let's see. Try not to get scenes because you're going to lose the scene when you make a zine. You're going to lose the scene when you make a zine. Like this one looks good. Maybe it's a piece of a house here. All right, let's try this. I can always trim it to make it, an even line if I need to. All right, there we go. So again, this is the world is my canvas. There's another planet that I cut out for that project. All right, hang on, guys. I gotta make a little room here. Let's put the prompts in the book back on the shelf. Okay. All right. Okay. There's a little flower from last week. All right, so let's get these 4. So we'll do 2 U.S. and 2 international. All right, let me check up on chat here, guys. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, Joanne's here. Hi, Kathy Kayberg. I'm working on. I don't know if you were here a minute ago. Let me show you. I'm working on Jack. He's coming along. He's got a layer of pan pastel on him now. So he's coming along. I don't know if I'll finish him this week. We got Cameron's coming in on Thursday. Denise, I'm not sure what day she's coming down here. Samantha graduates on Friday, so we'll be gone. So probably won't be till next week that I finish it. But he's still in the queue. Let's see, who else am I missing? Scrolling. Did YouTube change how it shows chat on the iPad? I didn't notice that mine was different this morning when I was on my iPad, Kathy. I mean, I'm not on my iPad now, but I did not notice this morning. I did notice that I can't click on my analytics on the iPad now over this weekend. Okay. I don't want to rush, I don't, oh, sorry. Hi, Dot. Sorry, I was trying to click on Kathy. And hi, Dot. Let's see. Yeah, I just noticed, and I could have, clicked something too to make my analytics not clickable or something. I don't know. Things change all the time. You just got to go roll with it, right? All right. So let's see how neat these are. My edges, I mean. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So you can see where I cut it out right there with my knife, not perfectly straight out of the book. So I'm going to trim it down so it's a nice, neat fold here. Because when I cut it out of the book, I didn't use a ruler. I know Janet's yelling, you should have used a ruler. Okay, so there's that. So, and this is the kind of zines. All right, let me zoom back in. This is the kind of zines when we do a zine swap that we do. We use this fold because it's the easiest one. Okay. I should give y'all, maybe I'll give y'all a white one and well, it says 4. I don't want to be folding 8 zines. Y'all will be here. We'll be here forever. Okay. So fold it in half like that. Fold it in half like this. I'm trying to get my edges. See it that my edges are not straight from where I cut it. So let me trim this. Now I could get out my cutter, but All right, so like that. And then fold. So we got a fold and a fold. And now we're going to take this middle fold and fold it. And then this middle fold. It's very simple. It really is. Let's see what and it really, if you do it backwards like this to the line, it's probably easier to see your line. Okay, there we go. All right, so there we go. So see the folds? It's a half fold, and then those folds inside like a door. Okay, that's all there is to it. And then what you do is fold it in half like this. And right here on that middle line, just cut that middle line. Again, make sure you do it neat. Okay. So now you have a cut right in the middle. See that? And all you do is do that, fold it in half, and make a little mouth. And then fold it all down. And then you can pick which section you want the front, because it'll fold all those different ways. Like if you like this, oh, well, I don't really want that for the front. I'd rather have this be the front and just flip it around. Or if you want this side to be the front, then just flip it like that. So there you go. You got your little zine. Now, what I like about these little, papers out of the Collage Soup or any double-sided paper is if you want, like I showed you on the originally, you can take the whole thing, flip it over the other way. Just flip the whole zine over the other way. Just reverse your folds. Reverse your folds. Do the same thing. Make the little mouth like that and flatten it all out. And now you got the other side of the zine. See? So now it's the other side. And you can work both sides if you want. You could have this side be one, and then you could reverse it and have the other side be the other side. So you can have a reversible zine. Does that make sense? Any questions on the reversible zine because of the double-sided paper? Okay. Now, I personally like the other side better, so I'm going to flip it back because I just like this nice, bright color side better. We're going to see how it is, just like that. And when Janet and I do our zine swaps, which that's, you know what? I'm going to show some zines today. It's a good day because this is a mixed media, everything kind of what day. You need that over there. So I'm going to show my zines and Janet's, the boxes Janet have made for me for my zines and my zine boxes. We'll get to that in a little bit. Okay. Zines are fun. We've talked about doing another zine swap, or an ATC swap. Some people voted for a zine. Some people voted for ATCs. Know what, Ellen? I just see Ellen say no. I don't know what that is. It's in caps, so I'm thinking she's talking to me. All right, so there's one. So let me go ahead and fold, and you can straighten up your folds nicer when you get it if you want. I don't want to spend all day on this. but I am trying to make it as neat as possible. Okay, fold like that. Fold it in half again. And fold this to the middle. Fold this side to the middle. Do y'all have preferences on either a zine or ATC swap? I'll have to talk to Janet before we decide anything. Okay, but do y'all have preferences? ATC or a zine swap? All right, so there we go. So we got it folded in half, make the doors, and then there's the whole thing. Okay, now you just fold the thing in half like this. Okay, I've got one ATC, one zine. All right, y'all let me know. All right, now let's find that. Let's find the center cut here. Let's do it this way. I can see it better on this side. Okay, that's all there is to it. One cut down the middle, like that. Okay, now you just make a little mouth. Okay, and when you do that to the middle, then all you have to do is fold it all up because you've already creased it. Okay. And again, you can reverse it if you don't like this side as much as the other paper on the other side, either or both. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip this over, and just so you can see the other side, flip it, reverse all your folds. Okay, there we go. So now you got this side. So when you get them, when I do the giveaways, if you look at both sides and it goes this way, you have to flip it upside down. So you can have one side or flip it and do the other, or you can, like I said, you can decorate both sides of your zine and have a double-sided zine. Let's see. Keek said a zine. Janet said either both. Both. Riri said both. Let's see. Jane, Beth. Hi, Beth. And Jane. Okay, so there's two. I'm gonna make four. I'm gonna make four. 2 US, 2 international. Okay, I got a little tear in that one. So let me find another page. That one's got a little tear in it, and that will affect the cut and fold. So where's my book? Let's pick another page. Let's pick another page. Let's go to here's it's got too big of a house. I just kind of want it kind of abstracts so that they're kind of generic as far as, okay, that's a good one. No, she's got pretty faces on the other side. Okay, what's this one? All right, already tore that one out. All right, let's go back and, oh, that's words there. Okay, got some words in the back. Try not to have landscapes. Trying to have something like this, so you have a nice base. So you have a nice base to work on. Okay, let's do this one here, the face. Again, where's my knife? I'll try to cut out carefully. There we go. Okay, I might have to square that up a little. Okay, so we're going to fold this in half, lining it up. This one, see, my knife cut wasn't very neat, so let's trim that up. Okay, y'all still with the tour? And fold it in half again. And when we do a zine swap, this is the kind of zine we swap. This cut. There's lots of cuts like the accordion one that I just showed you. The Tisha Moore one, and that's what this one is here. This is an accordion, a small accordion. This is the same size paper, but when you do an accordion, you can see. And then what you can do is you can pick a side you like and then just put a little bit of bookbinding, what do you call it? Bookbinding tape. Let's see which side. Well, I'll do that in a minute. Let's finish these. Okay, so now we got this fold, that fold, and now let's fold to the middle. Fold to the middle. And then I'll show you some of the zines that we've done over the years. All right. So there we go. Okay. That. I'll fold it in half. Let's make a nice crease here so you can see it better. Okay, so there in the middle. You're just going to cut that line right to the middle. Open it up. And lay it down, and all the folds will fold. They'll all fold. Okay. And again, I could open it up and reverse it and have that side be the front. Okay. And again, you can kind of crease it better when you get it. I'm just kind of wanting to give y'all a little giveaway. All right, so is this the good one? Yeah, this is the torn edge one. Okay, so here we go. Fold it in half. Fold it in half again. Put it in caps, guys, if you're talking to me. Thank you for always wanting to know how to make. Oh, okay, Alan. Well, we've made them for years and years. Okay. I thought you were in one of the zine swaps, or was that an ATC swap? Maybe you were in the ATC swap. Okay. Fold, fold, fold. Okay. Now fold it in half. Go to the middle. I'm just going to make another crease there so I can see that better. Right there. Now let's make sure it's on the line. Okay. I'm losing my line. I can't see my lines with the pattern. There we go. Make sure I got the right side. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. And then cut. All right. Open it up. And then just pinch and push there like that. And again, you can cut them neater, or, but you get the idea. Okay, and now you decorate it like I'm doing this one here. Okay, so I started decorating this one. Added this, the little mountains, added the mountains there. Added the little spaceship and the little guys and the moon and that little planet. Added this little mountain, added the star in her eye. And if I want this to be the cover, all I have to do is fold it this way, and then that's the cover. It's multiple ways you can, flip it, or you can just continuously flip it around to whatever you want the front to be. You can have that be the front, that be the front. Any of it could be the front, right? So there we go. I know, isn't it cool? All right. I'm losing my little planets. These little planets I have for this big disc, and they're flying all over. My planets are flying all over. There's two more. I cut out a whole bunch of planets, and they're flying all over the place. Oh, my eyes itching. Okay. So there we go. So that is just your basic zine. This is the small, just like the big one that I did with the accordion. This is the same thing. This is the accordion one. It's just that this is a small piece of paper. And the poster size made the one that I'm sending to Riri. Okay, so here's another one that I have started. This one's for myself, I think. Yeah, let's just go ahead and fold this one back up like I had it. Did I have it this way? Yeah, this is a little wonky. Could probably trim it a little better. But, so, yeah, I got a couple here for myself that I want to decorate those. All right, so there's that. And again, I just had a bunch of little mountains and some little pieces of jelly plate paper like this to add to them. Some mountains. So yeah, these and this little pack of stars that I had left over from Christmas maybe. So there's that. Okay. So let me check chat. Hi Melinda. Eating breakfast, getting ready for work. Okay. Well, thanks for stopping in. Give us a thumbs up. Okay, so real quick on the zines, let's put this one's a little torn. I tore it when I was cutting it out, and that'll make a difference when you fold. You really want to cut neat. Cut neat. All right, so my zines boxes, my main zine box got full. Now, these are not my ATCs. My ATCs are in 4 and 5 inch binders, and they're up on the shelf. Let me see. I'll take a picture of it just so you can see there. It's way up on the shelf, so I'm not going to get those down. It was funny. When Samantha was here, I had to get up here on the top shelf of one of my shelves and get a sketchbook down for her. She needed a sketchbook. So I'll get you one. So I was on this little, I have this little chair that's about this big around. It's like a little stool chair, very little, like one butt cheek size. Well, I said, I'm going to get up on this so you have to spot me. And Samantha went, spot you? I said, yeah, just make sure the chair doesn't tip over. She goes, are you sure? I'm pretty agile. I can climb up on stuff and everything. And I said, just make sure the chair doesn't tip. So she did, and it was okay. It's funny. All right, so here's one of the shelves that's right. This is behind one of my bookcases that's behind me. These are all art journals. And right up here on the very top, these are my ATC binders. And they're like that one's, I think, 5 or 6 inches. These are 4 or 5 inches. So I have all these binders up here at the top. Oh, have y'all, and I have this other binder up here that's the pocket cards, pocket pages. Do y'all remember, did anybody ever do pocket pages? I don't know if I could have to climb up there and get it down. But pocket pages are in that. But anyway, so all my ATCs are way up here, and my ceiling is a barn ceiling. So this is the edge, and then it goes up into a barn shape. So this is one of the shelves right there, and that's where my ATCs are. So you can see here's a table right here. This is a table right here, so you can see how high up that is. You like the pocket pages, Kathy? Let's see if I could do that. Can I do it? Oh, I could try. Let me see. I'm not going to bring my ATCs down. Those are too unwieldy for me to get down. Okay, on this little tiny stool. Nobody's spotting me, so let me just take a minute. Let's take my time here. Take my time. Get down the pocket pages. We did these years ago. Even my mom participated. In it. Okay, so let me set that aside for a minute, and let's do the zines first. Don't know. Okay, well, all right, Laverne, hang on. We'll do that in a minute. Okay, so this zine box, and now Janet didn't just cover a box, guys. She didn't just cover a box. She made the box. This one's from 2023, and then she made me a new one. She didn't sign this one, but this one filled up. But she collaged it all, inked it. So yeah, and I will zoom in again. So this is my zine box, not my ATC. Yes, Janet does make amazing boxes. All right, so these are the ones we're going to give away. So let me just set those right over there. Okay. All right, so And I won't show them all, of course, but see how packed in it is? Look, I might be able to get one more zine in there. But these are all zines from swaps. And I'm gonna warn y'all, I'm gonna read some of Janet's because they are my favorites. But these are all from zine swaps, and then here's some more that there's a little envelope. I saved one of Janet's envelopes there. So here's some more recent zines. And then there's a couple ATCs in there, but this is a second box. Let me see here. Which one? Who did this one? Who did this one? Janet, who did this? This one isn't yours, is it? Who did this one? Is that yours, Janet? No. Terry Brown. Now, see, I'm confused. Look how cute that is. Janet does these cute things. This is Terry Brett's. Okay, so Terry, yeah, well, it reminds me of Janet. You'll see. Okay, so here's one of, and again, it's the same fold. Look, guys, it's the same fold that we just did. Let me show you. See? Same fold. So this is Terry's, and it's one of in the newer box. Hi, I'm Maisie. I want to paint. And what was it? I don't remember what. Oh, she's prompts, paints, pink, and donuts. Oh, okay. I remember. This is one where I pulled prompts for everybody. I pulled the prompts, and you had to do a zine based on the prompts. Everybody had different prompts. Okay. Yeah, the expression gave it away for Terry. Yeah. And I want to paint. Expression. Just so good, Terry. I bought new brushes and paints. What shall I paint? A scene, flowers, a house. But look at all the angles she did her little guy here, Maisie. This is hard. Looking better. I did it. She painted donuts, pink donuts, because that was the prompts. So cute, Terry. All right, so let me just set this one aside because I'm not going to go through all 2 boxes full. But yeah, Janet made both these boxes. All right, so yeah, look at that. It's a little flashed out. Let me turn the brightness down just a tad here. There we go. So, hi, CK. Anybody else I missed coming in? I know, right, Devin? That's what's important to sign it, and I just didn't notice it right off. Okay, so here's some of Janet's, and I'm going to pull some of hers because, like I said, they are my favorites. There's other ones, too, I like, too, but, oh, let's see. Are these both Janet's, too? That one is. Is this one hers? Yeah, because Janet makes her zines look like, what do you call it? Newspapers. Here's the one I did for mine were prompts were walrus, lime green, and musical instrument. So this was the one that I did. I think this is my original here. This is my original. And you make when you're in a swap, you make copies to send people. You don't send your original because what you'll do in any swap, but in a zine swap, you'll make copies of the zines. On an ATC swap, every ATC is an original, okay? But a zine, you make one master copy and you usually send in 6 and you'll get 5 back because the host gets to keep one from everybody as the gift for doing the swapping, or swapping it all out, sending it all back and all that. I know. I'll do that one, Tina. So anyway, this one was mine, and I am the walrus singing because it's musical instruments, and I just drew the walrus, drew the little, the words to I'm a walrus, cuckoo, choo. And then yeah, so that one was mine. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, because here's one this one is because I can tell it's thinner, right? This is a copy. That other one I showed you was an original. Okay, so let's see here. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and show some of Janet's just so y'all get an idea of what the zine is. Okay, so This one was, I think, one of the first ones. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more and try to get the focus because I got to say, Janet, these are all handwritten by Janet. They're hand drawn, and she writes very neat but very tiny. Let me autofocus. Okay. So this one she made. Sorry, Jen, if I'm just going to embarrass you and shout out your zines. She won't get embarrassed. I'm just kidding. But they are, right, Terry? Yours was good too. All right. So she put her zines in this case, she made a little milk carton. Y'all remember when they used to put missing kids on the milk cartons when they look like this? Well, Janet made the little pouch for this zine, this little missing milk. Isn't that adorable? You can't embarrass. Janet said, "You can't embarrass me. I had 5 brothers." That's true, Devin. That's a good point to make. You do not have to do zines as elaborate as Janet's. Janet's are probably the most elaborate of all anybody's. Just saying. But I just love me some Janet zines. Okay, I'm going to read some to y'all, and hopefully I can, because it's tiny. I actually have to sometimes get out my magnifying glass to read them. All right, so she does them as little mini newspapers. The Duck Daily Times. This is from Denmark, April 17th, 18, is it 49? 18 something, 49, 50. I can't always see without my magnifying glass. But it's based off by Hans Christian Andersen, the fairy tale, right? Duck birth rate soars. While most of the local ducklings have already emerged from their shells, this mother duck patiently awaits the joyous cracking of her final and noticeably larger than normal egg. Duck Daily Times, April 18th. Mother duck speaks out. Following up on the late birth, can y'all see that? I'm trying to stay right there. Following up on the late birth of the mother duck in our cover story from yesterday, the mother duck expressed her dismay over the duckling's treatment within the community, stating that some went so far as to call him ugly. Duck Daily Times, April 19th. Local duck goes missing. These are all handwritten by Janet. Handwritten, people. Look how little that is. Our distraught mother duck reports today that her large drake duckling has run away. She suspects that the endless name calling, taunting, and bullying about his appearance was the cause for his disappearance. Please notify authorities if you see this missing duckling. Duck Daily Times, April 23rd. Exclusive, missing duck sighting with wild duck gang. Janet she has imagination. Don't let her fool you, people. In an exclusive interview, the spokesperson for the wild duck gang reported that the ugly duckling hung out with his gang for 2 days in the Moors area. He was quite large, but did not speak of his plight and just disappeared again. I'm reading kind of choppy, guys, because it's so tiny, right? I'm trying my best here. The Duck Daily Times, June 20th. The little duck is saying, "Let me be thankful. I'm so ugly, even a dog will not bite me." Local hunters said the ugly duck was swimming with the geese and appeared quite content until the shooting started. The duck he hid in the reeds, and even the dogs didn't flush him. His whereabouts remain unknown. Duck Daily Times, September 24th. Ugly duck rejects attempted adoption. A local woman, look how little this is. Look, there's my fingernail, guys. A local woman reports that the ugly duck squatted at her home for 3 weeks, never laid a single egg, and has since disappeared. Again, seemingly misunderstood. Contact authorities if you have any information about his whereabouts. Gothic. January 17th, farmer revives frozen duck. This farmer brought the ugly duck home in a hypothermic state, close to death. However, the farmer's wife is fuming because the duck destroyed her milk, her butter, and her meat barrel in his attempt to escape. Wait for it, wait for it. Duck Daily Times, April 17th. Ugly duck presumed dead. It's been several months, and with the harsh winter we've endured, locals are now presuming that the ugly duck did not survive his ordeal. In happier news, the local swan population has reported a beautiful newcomer in their midst. Isn't that great? I'm so serious. Isn't that awesome? Hi, so who else am I missing? So, and it comes with a little milk carton. Oh my gosh, so cute. Let's see what else I want to read. Okay, and in no particular order. Okay, I'll just kind of breeze so many. I love Zines. Okay, this is the praying mantis coconut telegraph. And this swap was let's see. She probably has a cover for it somewhere in here. All right. So this was all right. May 2021. Okay. Serving the Poipu, and that POIPU is a praying mantis. Okay. I think is it the Latin name for praying mantis? This was my prom swap. Okay. So I'm not sure what her prompts were, but anyway, all right, here we go. The Praying Mantis Coconut Telegraph. Local student, so it's a little newspaper. Local student expelled. Paco, a student at the local grammar school, has been suspended for jumping on his bed during Zoom schooling. I remember this is during the virus. Miss Millie, the nutrition teacher, said multiple warnings had been given. She stated further that Paco will be the death of me, providing that the frog gang doesn't get her first. Remember, now this is a praying mantis, right? Hawaii was one of the prompts. Okay. Beauty contest winner announced. The Poipu Beauty Contest Committee is proud to announce that Miss Penelope Mantodia, now I guess that might be the praying mantis Latin name, has been awarded the crown. The judges said that the choice was clear, one stating that her double-spined mer clamps were beyond compare. Penelope's mother, Precious, while sobbing with joy, exclaimed, I almost wish I hadn't eaten her father at conception. I know he would be so proud. We were able to locate one of her 10,421 siblings. Paco interrupted his bed jumping long enough to display a gagging reflex when informed that his sister's crowning. Penelope will represent Poipu in neighboring communities, promoting promoting her platform of eliminating frog gangs as well as world peace. Congratulations. Teacher profile. And Janet drew all these guys. She drew all these characters like Terry does. This week we profile Miss Millie, the nutrition teacher at our grammar school. Her emphasis in teaching our youngsters to avoid the sugar-laden aphids and opt for the high fiber and protein found in grasshoppers. Miss Millie is in her 5th month of her anticipated 12-month lifespan. Wanted dead or alive, $5,000 reward. Pello Bates Frog Gang leader. Red-eyed manta sighting. Are y'all enjoying these? World peace, yes. Janet, did you forget what you put in these? A rare specimen of the elusive red-eyed mantis, let me move down here, was seen at the local flea market. Warning to all male mantis, do not attempt to breed this mantis. Then there's a help wanted section of this newspaper. Babysitter, contact Paco's mom, 1-800-BAD-KIDS. Teacher, school year 2022. Miss Millie's lifespan is expected to expire 8/20/21. Beach cleanup, must be willing to pick up liquefied jellyfish, 1-800-GROSS-OUT. Counselor, working with beach cleanup crews, 1-800-FIX-KIDS. Photographer, fixing the photos in the Coconut Telegraph. Just look! 1-800-MY-BED. Picked fresh daily. Hands in the air like you just don't care. Oh my gosh. Then here's the International Fibs Gazette. This was March 2019. And yeah, this one had roadkill in it. We might pass on the roadkill. Let me get a sip of my water. So yeah, this was another one. This was, I forget the prompt for this one or the theme. Let's see. Oh, then she did her monsters. Okay, so should we go ahead? Let's read the monsters. Monster Menagerie. This one was from Earth, the Milky Way, the newspaper. A who's who of unremarkable creatures as shown by their first entry, Anthony, a career politician from the planet Corruptus. The bar for inclusion was not high. Do I have this folded right? It seems like I'm not folded right. Okay, this one's not folded. Hang on, I gotta fold this. Okay, it's not. I think she sent me another one. I gotta cut this one, Janet. Hang on, it's not been cut. Let's see here. Hang on, let me cut and refold. She just sent me the copy, and I didn't cut and fold it. Hang on. Okay. All right, let's fold this now. Do I have it that way? I don't think it really matters on this one if it's in the order. There's the cover. Okay, that's Anthony. Erpdu. Are y'all enjoying these? I'll read this one, then we'll do our giveaway. Another unremarkable creature, Erpdu, is a valedictorian graduate of the Donut Decorating Institute, specializing in sprinkles. Attention to detail is his hallmark. His skills are sought after by all the finest donut establishments. Okay, they are numbered, so I'm doing it correctly. Sluggo. Sluggo, a quiet, unassuming Ogolian, has risen to the position of assistant to the queen. The youngest in a litter of 86. His achievements are lauded throughout the galaxy. Sluggo is single and ready to mingle. Snarg, Survivor winner, season 431. Pegasus B, surviving temperatures averaging 1,000 degrees. Beating contestants from 17 other planets, he reported that the hardest challenge was eating food found on Earth, specifically calf's liver and Brussels sprouts. Opto Dude, a haunted house designer who stated his career has satisfied his lifelong desire to scare the crap out of small children and senior citizens. A worthy goal indeed. Jana, you're just too funny. Krug. Despite never having worn a stitch of clothing in his life, Krug is a children's clothing designer. His crowning achievement is the notorious brand Underoos, a personal favorite of this writer. My mother always said, clean Underoos daily. Carbog. Carbog, a world-renowned cannabis tester, has risen to the top of this high-demand profession. what is that? I said, I can't read that word right there. Totally intended Carby's hobbies include video games and snacking. In addition to testing cannabis, Cardi founded Bongs R Us. Janet's imagination. Okay, and finally, Hork Jr. Hork Jr. has followed in his father's footsteps, rising to the position of sewer maintenance supervisor. Hork Sr. was recently been inducted into the Sewer Hall of Fame. Aren't they on entertaining? Oh, that's the Who's Who. So this is the little pack for that one. The Who's Monsters Who for you. That goes with that one. Here's her Monkey Island. This is where Janet lives, and I'll just do a little flip so you can see her different drawings that she's done in this one. That's Janet's house right there on the lake. Look at all that. Isn't that awesome? Mother Goose. This is the Mother Goose one. I don't know where that one is. It's in here somewhere. Monkey Island Inquirer, the stories behind the pictures. And again, I'm just going to flip through that one. This is the little another little insert. So she's done so many. I'm kind of flipping through them. Coffee and Art Times. This was she did me a for my birthday in 2017. God, Janet, 2017. She made this zine for me for my birthday, and she named a whole bunch of the different wing nuts, and yeah. So that was nice. Listed a bunch of the people. Okay, then this one was a Sock Monkey Sentinel. Here's another one of her animal ones. All right, now this one was a what do you call it? I think this was an Alice in Wonderland one, maybe. I'm not sure. Then this is just one that wasn't part of the swaps. This is one of her old ones from 1999. I think it's 1999. It could be 1994. No, 1999. This is one of her old ones from 1999. Because I have to have all her zines. So, your Monkey Island information has arrived. This one was a circle of live tail. Let's see, have to with the prompts. There's probably some different prompts for them. But yeah, then there's a little ghost one. Look at this little tiered one. Different tiers. Halloween one. Smell my feet. Give me something good to eat. Trick or treat. Here's the Cougar Courier. So she drew all these little things. This one was 2023. Cougar bait. Oh my gosh. Ladies' night. Tuesday and Thursday, 6 p.m. to closing. Men, 30 years or younger, free admission, half-price drinks, dancing, six-pack contest, karaoke, tight jean contest, shots at the Cougar Bar and Grill, because it's Cougar. It's Cougar night. Different quotes, quotable quote quarterly. This one was 2021. She's got a bunch of different quotes in here. I haven't seen you since that time. I hoped I'd never see you again. Janet is the snark queen. Thou shalt not whine. Caution, mood swing in progress. Oh, really? You know what that sounds like? Not my problem. I'm sorry. I don't remember ordering a glass of your opinion. I ate healthily and exercised today. I better freaking wake up skinny. And see, look, she's got on the backgrounds of all these guys, she's got Zentangles. Those are all her Zentangles in the backgrounds. As long as everything is exactly the way I want, I'm totally flexible. You want the Cougar one? The Mother Goose quiz. Oh, here's the Mother Goose. This was a quiz one. She did a quiz book for Mother Goose. And then here's the little answer booklet. So, yeah, this was another excellent one with the answers in here. There we go. Goes this way. So it's a little Mother Goose. But anyway, so there's some of Janet's. Let me see. I'll find a couple other people's here. Let's see. I hope I find somebody that's here. Let's see. This one is a good one. This is an older one. These were Lucy Jane. And Lucy Jane, I haven't seen her around in forever. And this was her very first zine. It's not folded really well. I think I just got, real quick cut it up and because I wanted a copy of it. But she did this one. What year was this? 2013. Okay, this probably was one of our first years of zine swaps, 2013. I know it was because this is her very first zine. It's not folded neatly, but I'm going to read it to you anyway. So this was Lucy's Lucy Jane, LJ Catfeather, her very first zine in 2013. Okay. How old do you have to be to get away with snark? I don't know. Ask Janet. She would tell you. So this one, it was when my show used to be called Coffee and Art in the Morning. Now I just have my name on it or Inky Well because YouTube, I had my name and then YouTube put back our original names, which is Inky Well. I went to change it back to Dee Dee Willingham. It said that name's already taken. I went, no kidding. It's taken by me. Can I have it back, please? So now you see me as Inky Well. That's my YouTube name since day one. Okay, so here's Dee Dee's Coffee and Art Express. Let's see if I can do it. So here she is, Lucy Jane. She's getting up in the morning. She's turning on her computer. She's in bed there. She's got all her cats in bed. Her alarm goes off, and she's thinking to herself, "Coffee and art in the morning. Oh, what a beautiful day." So she's turning on her computer. Crazy skills in this group. Wow. I never could draw, so I can't blame the stroke. She had a stroke. And I'm a little lazy. A really simple swap doesn't have, and oh, she's reading what I'm saying on the screen. A really simple swap doesn't have to be fancy, no staples, no binding, copy paper, easy. That's what she's reading on the screen. And she drew my hand. Look, I have my striped shirts. She drew me folding a zine. And I said, if your writing is terrible, I don't want to hear it. And I don't care if you draw like a 3-year-old. And she goes, I was thinking 5-year-old. One piece of art. If it's too much pressure, don't email me. And then she goes, Dee Dee, you're a class act. And I said, you only have to put only one quote. Remember, this is fun. And so this is the desk. She's trying to fold here while she's watching me. If I wait till I'm ready, I'll never get started. Thanks for lighting the fire. And yes, this was a lot of fun. And then there's her information on the back. So that was her very first zine. And then she did this one. And what was let's see, I'm not sure if there was a theme. There probably was a theme. But anyway, so here's a guy going nature excursion camping trails. So there's that, and there's a little campground there. It looks like she did this in watercolor. Now remember, this is a copy. This was a poem, I think. Okay, who met what he thought. Let's see, what's it? That's the inside. Okay. Who met? I'm not sure how it went. Nature excursion camping trails. Who met what he thought was a kitty. I'm missing something. I'm missing something here. What have I got wrong? Wait a minute. Let me refold this. Ah, here we go. It's another one that I need to refold and cut. Hang on. Let me refold it. Hang on. Hang on. Here we go. Limerick tale of no moral substance. Okay. from the Incidental Press, a limerick tale of no moral substance. There was a young man from the city, and then there's a little Camp Rustic down here. And then this is the little newspaper. There was a young man from the city who met what he thought was a kitty. He gave it a pat and said, "Nice little cat," and then burned his clothes out of pity. Oh, buried his clothes out of pity. So that was a limerick one. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, let me go ahead and do a giveaway. I still might find a couple more here. A lot of there's marshes, and let's see. This is one of the ones I did, Little Red Riding Hood. Let's see. Oh, I like this one. This is one I did. I like this one too. This was a quote one. This was a little quote one. I did this one real simple. So just to show you, don't have to have them too fancy, too detailed or fancy. So this is one. This is my favorite quote. Well, it was up there in the top 10. Let's put it that way. Outside of a dog, a book is a man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's too dark to read. And Groucho Marx this was 2014. And this was Lucy Jane's zine swap. So there's that. Then this one this one was 2022. And this is when I was doing lots of Barbie photography. So I did a Barbie photography zine, Little Miss Muffet. We had to do a fairy tale, I think, yeah. So I did Little Miss Muffet. Am I missing anything in chat? Okay. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. And I photographed each one of these. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. She's running. So that was that one. Okay, let's see. I was trying to find some by people that are here, but I don't know, I don't know how many here were actually in some of these. But this one was what do you call it? Dana. And I haven't seen Dana Christensen around forever, but she draws these cute, she just draws really well. She did. This was, does it have a date on it? 2014. 2014. During the drawing, please. Oh, thanks, Tina. And she did Rapunzel. So she did Rapunzel, let down her hair. So did just a hair going through the whole thing. Isn't that cute? So, yeah. Okay. So let me go ahead and do our giveaway. And then I'll show you the pocket pages. And I don't know, I haven't seen anybody doing pocket page swaps in forever. All right, let me put my boxes back on the shelf over here because I have no room on the desk. It has its own little spot. Okay. All righty. So let me get some envelopes and I go ahead and do some. Let's go ahead and do the animal thing here. Let's see. Now those won't. Well, maybe I have a skinny. Let's see. Let's do these. 1, 2. All right. Let's go. We got this. Business size envelopes here. All right. Thank you, Tina. All right, so let's get these straightened out. And whenever we do a swap with either ATC or a zine swap, we use business size envelopes. These like this size, just business envelopes. And whenever we do them, Janet and I, because you can't you have to send a self-addressed stamped envelope. In other words, you put your zines in one, but you're going to fold up yours that you get back, right? So you have to have your address and stamped so that we can swap it out and send it back to you with your address already put on there with stamps. But international, you can't put, you know, American postage on that to return it. So Janet and I always pay for the postage of the internationals. Okay. But we haven't decided what we're going to do yet. We'll think about it. So, all right. And then I'll give everybody a, what do you call it? Let's see, here's some cute little seals, a bookmark with the, what do you call it? A bookmark with the zines. All right, so so everybody's going to get a zine and a bookmark. And I think I'll open it up one. Let's see, will they fit like that? Yeah. So they'll be folded. You fold them in any way you want, but I'm going to open them flat like this to mail them with a bookmark. So that way they lay flat in the envelope. Okay. So we'll do that. Okay. And you won't know which one you're going to get till you get it. I think that should fold. I think that'll fold. I'll figure it out. I'll make it work. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do 2 US, 2 international. Where do I type in go? We'll do US first. Okay, so there's that. All right, so now I'm going to mix them all up. Okay. 2 US, 2 international. We'll start with US because there's more people. It takes a minute. Okay, hi, Vale. Anybody else I missed coming in? All right, here we go. First off, USA only. 1 to 100. First 2 people closest without going over. Let me get my iPad to the random.org. Let me get over to random.org. Here's our little giveaway window number generator. Okay. When I type in go, 1 to 100, USA only, first 2 people closest without going over, get a zine base and a bookmark. Okay. All right, get over here. 1 number only. Don't move your number, change your number. None of that. Is Raul here? Raul, well, he'll have to go on the next one. This is for US. US only. First. Good lemon water. Oh, let me look at my little list here, see if I've done everything I said I was going to do. I got to work on my space disc a little bit, or at least lay it out. I showed the 3 prompt books. I showed Samantha and Logan. I showed my dog Jack for Kathy Berg in progress. Showed the zines. I think, yeah, we're looking pretty good. I'll send Riri that. And don't forget, guys, while we're talking giveaways and stuff, I need text Jana, Jana or Jana. I need your address. And then Teresa Lilly was returned to me. I sent this on September 25th, 2025. It was just returned. So I need to double check your address or something. I don't know. I double checked what I had written down and it was correct, but maybe you moved and I don't know it, you know. So, all right, here we go. Counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't dilly-dally, dawdle, or lollygag. All right. let's pick a number. First two people closest to 5. And if everybody went over 5, I will pick a new numbers. Let's see. Oh, come on, mouse. Why? I never had a mouse go to sleep, except this one. Okay, let's see. Is there anybody that did not go over? It looks like Deb E got 2. So then I'll pick another number. So Deb E, she had 2, so she gets 1. Now I'm going to pick a new number. All right, new number for the US 66 without going over. 66 without going over. Okay, yeah, you got one, Debbie. Now 66 without going over. I'm scrolling back. 66 without going over. So I'm looking for all the 60s or high 50s. Is it Sue Con? No, is Melinda Lewis? Is it Melinda Lewis? Yeah, Melinda Lewis. Melinda, do I have your address? It's been a while if I've sent you anything. If you're not sure if I have your address, send it to me again, because that, just you see what happens when I don't have your address. So I think I have it, but okay, there's my email. So Melinda Lewis and Debbie US. Now let's go ahead and do international only. One to 100. Wait till I type in go again. Okay, I have it. Okay, all right. If you're sure, I believe you. Okay, you're welcome. And sometimes I'll go back and go, oh yeah, I remember. I do have that address. But until I actually see the address again, I don't remember, guys. I don't remember y'all's addresses. Okay, there we go. Go. All right. International only. Raul, it's always good to see you, Raul. I hope you're hanging in there, and haven't seen a health update from you, so hopefully you're doing all right. Okay. I see you, Malibu. There's no room for you up here, baby. There's no room. You have to sit in the chair. That's why I got this chair, so you can sit on these arms. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's zoom back out now that we're done with showing off the zines, and brighten it back up a little. Okay, there we go. How's that looking? All right, get your numbers in. I'm going to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit the enter if you haven't already. All right. Get my iPad back. Let me boot it back up here. All right. First two people closest to 75. 75 without going over. 75 without going over. Let me scroll back and see. 75 without going over. Let's see. Hard House has 67. I think Hard House might be one of them. With 67. Am I correct? Is Hard House had 67. Who else? Joanne had 69. Okay, and Joanne Newman had 69. Okay, there we go. There you go. Joanne and Hard House. Get this marker all over me. All right. Thank you, Kat and everybody. Tina. Thank you, guys. All right. So there we go. There's all our giveaways. Now, let's see here. Move my iPad out of the way. And So the only other two things I wanted to do is I kind of wanted to lay this out. But first, I want to show. Let's go ahead and show. I see you down there, baby. I see you. Well, come up there on top of this book. There you go. I'll move this out of the way. Come up. You want to come up here? Come on. Come on. Let's see if I can get this kind of out of the way. All right. So, what a pocket page is y'all know what we keep our zines in the same kind of pocket. Are going to stay over here. We keep our zines in the same kind of sleeves. It's like a baseball card sleeve, the 9 pocket sleeve. You're welcome, Ellen. Hi, Missy Di. The 9 pocket sleeves of baseball cards and what we keep our zines in, the same pockets. All right, maybe gonna have to move over because I'm gonna flip a book open. Okay, so what you had to do in these, and this is a little more complicated than just a regular swap. And we have lots of time to even remember what year these were, and I'll flip through a few of them. But you'd have a pocket like this, and I think I even sent out the pockets to everybody. If you didn't have a 9 pocket, I think I sent them out. A lot of people had them because they they do ATCs, and these are all ATC sizes. I might have said zine. I meant ATC. Baseball card ATC 2.5 by 3.5 size. And what you had to do is you could pick it. I don't remember if everybody got to pick their own theme or what. I don't remember. Then we had a color book one. But anyway, what you do is you have 9 pockets and you put little trinkets and things. Now you can't get it too bulky because it won't go through the mail in a business size envelope. What's nice about one of these pockets is they fold up like to the size of a business envelope, but it can get thick. Now this one has a little, what do you call it on there? So sometimes we'll have rules with everything has to be flat or, different things like that. Otherwise you have to pay extra postage if you bulk it up, right? But you can fit them in a what do you call it? A business size envelope. And then you could put little things in there. Like this one was a birthday one. I think somebody made this for me for my birthday, and it's got a color book page or something on the back. And then this was, I don't know if this was attached originally, but I'm gonna put it back on there. And so then you swap 1 for 1. This is a 1 for 1 kind of swap because there's a lot of that's a lot to do. You do nine different ATCs and put other little things in them. So this one was a color book swap one. This one, this was a sample. Who did this one? No, I think I did this one with T. I think that was mine. And then this one, and I'll have to show you some of the stuff that's in them. But they all have little cards and then other little things in it, like little ephemera. Kind of like ephemera pouches, if you will. But see, some of them can get kind of thick. This one was, and then they'd have little things like, here, let me open this one up. So here's a little card, little front and back card, but this has a little pack of washi tape. Okay, so this one looks like it was Japanese themed. And I don't remember if we picked themes or if we just let everybody pick their own theme, but this has washi tape in every, you have to put, the idea is to have either a card or an ATC in every pocket with some ephemera in every pocket, okay? You put something in every pocket. Let's see who this one's from. Just have fun. Who's this one? And I'd have to open them up to see who. This one had some tea bags, all kinds of ephemera. What's in this little pouch here? See, look, some little paper clips. So you just put all kinds of little goodies in each of the 9 pockets. And some of these are old. I mean, these are what going back a ways. This one was my mom's. My mom made this one. her favorite tea, Mary Englebright, a little miniature Bible. I don't know what's in here, a little letter or something. Oh, and the backside was a color book page. Yeah, so she did a coloring on the backside. And what's in here? A little something, a little tissue. Oh, she sent me a little heart. So sweet. Love you, Mom. So we'll put that in there. Ginger, her dog, her little bow. There's a picture of Mom and Ken right there. And colored on the back. This was a copy. Well, no, it's not. I don't think it's a theme. I think you can put whatever you want. This person did, and I forget who it was that did these. Janice Bly, this Janice, she did these. What do you call these little paper paper quilling, pocket pages, rainbow pocket pages. Yes, I know. I have that from my mom. And then you had to color something on the back. I don't remember. See, it's been so long, guys, since we did this. This one's Xandra, I'm pretty sure, because this is one of Xandra's little, her little tufted little creatures that she did. So, yeah, look, there's a Xandra thing here. So there's stuff in every one of these pockets. Like, let's take one out here. Let's see if I can do this here. So here's a little folio pocket thing. She's got a little sock monkey. There's some tea, coffee. And then what's this? Does this have anything? This covers it up. Yeah, so see, it's a little pocket. And you put it in the pocket. And every one has something else in it. Like, look, here's some little ribbon. And you could put little glitter. Well, if you put glitter, you'd want it in a pocket, in something plastic, not loose glitter. What's in here? Here's some more little buttons. So yeah, that was Xandra. But yeah, it was fun to do these little jewels hanging out here, different little things, little tags, little letter, and really the idea is to send a letter too. I think this one was Lady Jan, maybe. No, that looks like Lady Jan. This one is Jonna. I recognize Jonna. Jonna did her. This is her little dog. She passed away, but Jonna has the little what do you call it? Trailer, vintage trailer, and there's a little dog. So then inside here, there's little cutouts, little twine, little tag. Let's see, some little charms. She had a little hello across the banner there. Washi tape card. A pen. So yeah, this was fun. No, baby, no. And then we were gonna do a Pantone card thing. And these are just some different ones. This is Lady Jan, I think. Lady Jan is also, she did photos of her up in Canada where she lives. She's getting ready to go to Europe again. Lady Jan's the one that made me my Cadfael book when she went to visit Cadfael in England. Then these are just little bits and pieces. Oh, here was some things that we told. This was some ideas. This wasn't a fast rule, but this is some of the things that you could put in your pocket pages. Candy or tea, fabric ribbons, small items or sequins, washi, a letter, stickers, a prayer, die cuts or cutouts, and a quote. So those are just some of the ideas that you could put in your pocket pages. So anyway, that's what that was. I know, Malibu, I know you want the whole table all to yourself. I know. So there's that. And then the other thing I wanted to do today was kind of lay this out, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much with her here. But I'll just kind of lay it out because I'll show you a little bit. Let me just kind of shake this down here so they're not turned over. So my idea here was, and I will get a ruler out for this just to kind of lay it out. I'll do a quick layout because, and I forget, was it 14 inches? So let me go to 7 here and 7 here. There's the middle. Okay, so this is going to be, it'll be more in depth than this. What did I say 7 is? It doesn't have to be perfectly lined up because it's going to be a giant star. So this is going to be thicker. This is going to be thicker with, shiny star. But I'm going to do that after I do the splatter because otherwise it'll dull the gold. So let me just quickly do this. And then I'm going to lay out my planets a little bit. And then we'll head out. Janet comes on at 1 Eastern. Where's my white paint? There it is. It's behind the cat, of course. All right, let me adjust this lighting here. Okay. Just to do a quick little something. Okay, it's clogged up here. All right, let me just open it. Come on. Just need a drop. All right, a little bit of water. I'm not going to get you wet, Malibu. Good grief. She looked at me like, what? What are you spraying that water? Now, when I start splattering this, she may fly. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to add a little more water, Malibu. I'll try not to make you think it's coming after you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for putting in the links, Kat. All right, so let's see what she does now. All right, so I'm going to tap. I cover it up like this with my hand while I tap off the excess. So I just want to get a background on here. This is just going to be a quick little sample. But what I want to do is it's going to have a giant gold star in the background with nebulization. Y'all know when I nebulize, I'm not gluing anything down. So when I do color pencil nebulization, nebulas in there. So that, and then let me rinse out this brush. And I'll just quickly kind of show you what I want to do. All right, now I have not laid these out in any particular way yet, but okay, she's decided to leave. Okay, there we go. So what I want to do is from the smallest to the largest, and there's different sizes in here. And I don't know where my little tiny ones are, kind of getting lost in here, but I kind of want to alternate colors and stuff. I thought I cut way more than I needed, so. Oh, there's a little tiny one. That's a little better. Let's see. I think we'll go with this one next. And then this one. And let's see, maybe this one. I'll still with the tour. Let's see. I did want one with a watch on it. That one maybe. All right, then the next size up. It's too dark. don't want a tangent with my line there. Move that up a little. Move that one down a little. All right, let's see. Nope, I need a small line. And I'm going to have my, what do you call it? Mist. My mist will connect them like a spiral. Too big. I need this size here. I gotta start spacing them a little more. And then the final one is going to be, I have two here to choose from. This one. I'm going to trim that down. Okay. Oh, this has got something on it, so it's going to have to be, I really want a moon. Well, I'll just use this one for a sample till I, it'll be good for now, just to kind of cut it down. There we go. Something like this. And then I'll connect, and this right here, it looks like a bug right in the middle, but it's going to be a star. It's going to be a glowy star, gold star in the background. Then all the planets, and then I'll do the mist going around, and then I'll do, where's the, this is Posca. Then I'll do, colored nebulization. I'll have some shooting stars in there and different things. So yeah, that was a plan for that. And I might, swap out some of the, I like those colors, I think. I do like those colors. So we'll just roll with it. So there we go. That was the other project I wanted to do. You like that, Val? Thank you. And then, of course, I'll outline the whole thing with gold, too. And the star, this will be thicker like this. The star will be thicker. And then I'll have some rays going out from it. And then we'll have a spiral mist. The mist will go around in the spiral. So there we go. I think we'll head on out. So I hope y'all enjoyed today. We did that. We did, I showed you how far I am on Jack the Dog. Did a giveaway. Showed some books. What else? Oh, the crunched paper, the crinkled paper. Y'all, if y'all missed some of the people that I shouted out from Instagram earlier, first thing on the stream, then go back and look at those. There's a couple of good, cool Instagram artists that I talked about first thing this morning. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'll head on out then. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks. Did you see how far I'd come, Vale? Are you talking about Jack? Or are you talking about that I just showed? Here's how far I got on Jack so far. So he's coming along. And okay, guys, I'm gonna head out. Y'all have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you at 1 at Janet's. And yeah, thank you, Devin. Welcome home, by the way. Welcome home. Thanks, Laverne. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Thanks so much for being here. Oh, thank you, Vale. That's so sweet. I just sent you out something. I think I sent you out a print the other day. I'll send you out something else. Thank you, Vale. I appreciate you. All right, guys. Bye.